Hey guys, welcome back. I am Ranting Monkey, your host. I would say that I'm streaming a little later than usual, but my timing has been so schizophrenic, I'm not sure that's exactly true. We're going to wait a couple of minutes for people to get in here, and while we do, I'm going to ramble. I didn't sleep well last night. My wife's alarm woke me up. Otherwise, this would be much later. We'd be at noon because I was a tired monkey last night. My head hit the pillow and I like passed out. I didn't even get to watch the opening of the South Park I put on. Hey, everybody, nice to see you. Hope you're well. um, and while I am testing out DeFranco-ish clickbaity titles, uh, the story we're going to talk about today, I think, actually fits that one pretty well. Shit is getting scary out there. Donald Trump the other day got shit because he said it's a scary time to be a young man, and we even got a song from some twat on Twitter twat, uh, about mocking the notion because she has a vagina, so that makes everything the scariest in the world. There's nothing scarier than having a vagina, y'all. That makes you vulnerable to everything. Having a vagina is literally having kryptonite on your own body. Yeah, I think we got enough people here. We can actually start the story. I saw this last night, and I almost brought it up on Lords of the Night, but I hadn't got to read it all. And I actually went through and read it this morning, and holy shit. Two students at the University of California, Davis, had some sexual relation. They didn't actually have sex. It was some heavy petting and some grinding and some kissing. And the guy thought that it was consensual, and the woman describes a consensual act. But later she regretted it. Specifically, she regretted him letting him put hickeys on her. Um, I'm not kidding. That's where she started to feel dirty because she had hickeys on her, and so she decided that what happened was sexual assault. We read a thing on Twitter the other day. I don't know if we did it on this show or not, but a woman posted to Twitter that she's had regret sex before, but it wasn't rape. And another woman responded back, "Yes, it was. If you didn't enjoy it completely, then obviously you didn't consent completely." That's the real kind of thinking that's out there, guys, and it's growing. Because this woman, I'm not kidding, her own mother told her that she'd been assaulted because of the hickeys. Let me get to that part because oh my god, they call her Becky in this story. They don't give their real names. For the record, James was the name of the guy they used in this. He was exonerated in this. They after I think they said that this started in January, and by May they had finally exonerated him. But because of the Title IX rules, Becky could have appealed that because in Title IX there absolutely is double jeopardy, which is fucking weird. Let's see, where was this? I had it in the right spot and I moved it. Yeah, she kissed on his neck and he gave her hickeys. And where the fuck is this? God damn it! This is why I didn't talk about it last night because this is a long fucking story. By the way, if you guys want to read it, it's right here. Yeah, fucking Becky's. You can't trust anyone named Becky. Becky admitted she kissed James' neck but didn't think she gave him a hickey. She did, however, ask him whether he was into nipple stuff and touched his nipple intimately when he responded affirmatively. According to Becky, James gave her several hickeys, which she was initially, this is quote, aroused by this. Becky started to feel self-conscious about the hickeys after her roommate pointed them out. According to the report, she thought, "I thought I enjoyed this, but I don't think I really did." I thought I enjoyed it, but I don't think I really did. What in the actual fuck? As soon as she said that, they should have laughed her out. Because after the original incident, they got together and she told him, because he had grabbed her breast and her butt during all of this, that he should have asked, because he should have asked. She grabbed his ass during the encounter, which she says she did because if he could do it, I could. That's her reasoning for assaulting someone sexually, apparently. But she grabbed his ass without asking. But here's James was right to be worried. In the 2 days since their last meeting, Becky's feelings about the counter had shifted. That's in quotations, guys. Shifted. According to the report, she told investigators that her mother noticed the Hickeys while the two were video chatting. The Hickeys made her feel, quote, disgusted, because it was as if James had been, quote, marking me as his own, she said. Becky's mother agreed with her that she should break things off with James. Quote, you were definitely violated, she said Becky's mother, according to the report. Remember, guys, that was something she originally thought she was aroused by. Sheriff Pablo in chat, sex is over, everyone give up. I know, right? She thought she was aroused by this. Unfortunately, she was wrong originally. I told you guys wouldn't believe this one. The bitch, even I thought I was aroused by that initially, but turns out I reached down and my panties were actually dry. And this guy had to spend $12,000 on a lawyer to fight this case, and it wasn't even a fucking criminal case. It was just in a Title IX office at UC Davis. Oh man, Bloodwing, where the fuck have you been, dude? Everybody's been worried about you. Dude, it's nice to see you. Glad to see you're okay. Make sure you reach out to Bear, man. And everyone else. We miss you, jackass. Don't go away like that. But hey, Bloodwing says, I believe it. There's a lot that I believe, but that line right there, I thought I was aroused, but obviously I was wrong bullshit. What in the fuck? She can't tell if she was actually sexually aroused. If she can't, then she needs to not be having these intimate encounters. By the way, in her own dorm room. The story from these two doesn't diverge really at all, according to the report that was filed. They met in drama class, and they went out, they had dinner or something together, and she turned the conversation to sex. Specifically, there was a seminar kind of thing going on, talking about safe sex in her dorm that included talk of condoms and dental dams. And she had to explain to James what a dental dam was. Over the course of the night, Becky kept bringing the conversation back to sex. But they met up with a bunch of Becky's friends. James didn't feel comfortable around a whole bunch of people he didn't know, so he left. The next day, they hook up again, and they're with a bunch of their other drama friends, and they do a bunch of improv stuff. The group kind of breaks up, and Becky invites James back to her room, where they were kissing and stuff. She was just as handsy as he was. Yeah, Blood, when everybody says hi to you, you just say, hey, everybody. Because otherwise it does get, especially if you're as bad at typing as I am sometimes, you end up insulting people by spelling their name wrong. Anyway, it is good to see you, bud. So all of this, she initiated it from the beginning. The only thing that she says that happened that she wasn't really comfortable with is while they were kissing up against a closet door, he was grinding a little too hard into her, and she asked him to not so rough, so he backed off. That's when the slightly arousal-less hickeys happened. I just love. It was like he was marking me as his own. Bitch, he barely knew you. He was just having fun with your neck and your titties or wherever he was putting them. Nothing like 8:30 in the morning titties, right? Drama class. Well, yeah, that's your first hint to run away. Drama bitches are insane from my experience, which, by the way, was a long time ago. But yeah, they had to go through a whole Title IX investigation. This guy spent 5 months of his life just wondering what the hell was going to happen to him. By the way, he said when he first met with a lawyer, what the lawyer told him is don't kill yourself. How fucked up is it that has to be a thing that a lawyer says to somebody who's guilty of, at worst, even if everything she said is true, is guilty of literally nothing. Jay says, I'm a drama kid. Dude, I love drama. I had a lot of fun in drama class, and I love being on stage. I just read the word. Anyway, but yeah, drama bitches be just as crazy as any other bitch out there. Not that all women are bitches, just some of them. Soothing monkey voice in the morning. Make you go back to sleep. Let's see. What else do we got going on? I should have read that whole story last night because Jesus fucking Christ, that is insane. I thought I'd been aroused by it, but I was wrong. And then her own mom. What kind of fucking bitch raises a woman like that? Yes, you had consensual sexual activity, but you were assaulted. Evil One says, my ex-girlfriend tried to kill me. Really, I believe you. Polly was with us yesterday, and Polly told us, oh, there's Polly. About how his used to try to beat him with stuff, and I a friend of mine, I tried to kill her own husband. As long as you weren't banging her, she was a nice girl, but apparently once you stuck your dick in her, she went nuts. Oh, look, there's a little spider crawling up the wall. Hello, little spider. Let's see what else is going on here. They're actually convincing women that sex they liked wasn't sex they liked. And then they laugh at Donald Trump saying it's a scary time to be a young man. No, you don't kill spiders, Bloodwing. Spiders are good. Spiders keep the bugs away, especially when you're killing all the bats you see, which I didn't kill that bat, for the record. What, baby girl? Oh, look who's awake. What's up, baby?
I'm cold.
You're cold? Even under the blankets, or did you come out from under the blankets? Okay, you guys hang tight for a second. She's watching a movie, but apparently she's cold, so I'll be right back. Do you want to lay down in here, or do you want to lay down in there? You want to lay down right over there? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go tuck in the little one. Come on, you want me to carry you? Okay, Grandpa's crippled, so hang on tight. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, you're cold? Cold, baby. I'm so. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Nothing like dead air because of the little one. I don't mind dead air for her. All the other dead air has to go. I had a date with a girl who started an argument over what makes a Reuben. I knew immediately it was time to step away from that crazy broad. Yeah, you look for those signs, man. You look for the signs of crazy and run. Ant traps. You need ant traps. No, you don't need ant traps. You keep the spiders. Keep the spiders. Spiders are great. Keep the spiders. Get rid of the crazy bitches. I still can't. That is fucking with my mind. I thought I was aroused. I thought I was aroused. What the fuck does that even mean? How do you think you were aroused, but get that entirely wrong? Now maybe it's different for women, but for men, I mean, we can tell when we're aroused. We have a little timer that pops up like a turkey, letting you know when it's done. Monkey, you need some Grand Monkey hold music for these streams. I wish I could do those. I could use OBS because I would have done that for you. I put on something wonderful for you to listen to. But yeah, unfortunately, I have to use it just through the Googles. Is Monkey pulling an uncle? What uncle do? Clearly, I've come into this conversation at the wrong time. Just a brief recap. A woman, a man and a woman, Becky and James, had a mutual encounter. During this encounter, he put hickeys on her, which she says originally she thought she was aroused by, but later she realized that she really wasn't. You pop up like a turkey when you're done. Well, when the arousal is done, when it's in full. You know what I meant, damn it, Chaos. I just woke up. How intelligent do you really want me to be? Uncle had a no-host stream last night. What is a no-host stream? Did he just let like the stream run with nobody in it? Good morning, all. Good morning, Randy. Hi, his kitten. Nice to see you. Yeah. I think I'm aroused by some of you, but I'm probably wrong. Look at Bob Kelly, Little Rascals for some crazy shit. Are those videos? Is that something I would have to actually watch? Because it's hard to watch stuff when you're in the middle of a stream, unless you're, streaming what you're watching, which, again, I can't do. Study: America's obesity is threatening national security. It's well known at this point that just under 30% of Americans ages 17 to 24, the prime age to join the Army, aren't eligible to join. But beyond that, almost a third of those who sit down with the recruiter to take the first steps are immediately disqualified. Why? Because they're a bunch of fat asses. Well, that still leaves a whole bunch of others. So anyway, apparently we're going to be overtaken by the Chinese because we're too fat. But on the plus side, there's a lot of Chinese that are, we read a story not too long ago, that they're purposefully making themselves fat so they don't have to go into the service over there. So, what we should do? We should just take the fat asses on both sides. And the next time we have a war, let the fat asses fight it out. Because you know what? They're both going to give up and have a donut and we'll have world peace. Just throwing that out there. Hey, Peter, what's up? What else do we have going on in the world today? It's a weird world to be into today, isn't it? I thought I was aroused, but I was mistaken. That should be a song. It really should. Shunning alcohol becomes mainstream among the young. Well, how young? Among young people, as a third are now teetotal. Is that how you say that? Anyway, new study finds there's a whole bunch of people who don't want to do the alcohol. This is this is over in England. Okay. Between the ages of 16 and 24. Stop being so goddamn serious with your life. Have a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun. You don't have to have a lot of fun, just a little bit. Newsweek: parent company charged with defrauding lenders. That's not shocking. Yeah, so it's a fun day in the neighborhood. I don't know how long I'm going today, guys. Little buddy's here. Her parents are here too. They're upstairs sleeping. She woke up with all that noise me and Lady Monkey were making, and it was not that kind of noise. We were just getting. Lady Monkey had to drive into the office today, so we were upstairs, and in the kitchen making her lunch and everything, getting ready. Morning. Keep up God's work. Thank you so much, Rare Eagle. Polly.
Hey.
I have a question for you, man.
Shoot.
Have you ever thought you were aroused only to find out later you weren't?
Yeah, I was aroused by things I was concerned that I was aroused by, but to find out later I wasn't. Not that I can specifically recall, no.
All right. I thought it was just me. I was making sure.
You were looking at what's her name? The soon-to-be former UN ambassador for the United States.
Oh, Nikki Haley.
Nikki Haley, thank you. You're oddly aroused by her, aren't you?
I am. She's nice.
I find power in women sexy. I don't know what feminists are talking about. I don't. I find powerful women sexy as fuck. They just can't be I don't know, weird and creepy and overbearing and moralizing. Like,
see, even that, there's a part of it that's like, yeah, I want to tap that. No, did you hear the story?
I hear it.
I want to tap it. I want to make it submit consensually. Put that up. No, did you hear the first story I talked about? The guy and the girl at UC Davis who they didn't have sex. They had kind of sex, touching each other and stuff. And he gave her hickeys, and she said initially she thought it was arousing, but later that she found it arousing. Later she realized she really didn't.
And what did she do subsequently?
Her roommate saw it and pointed it out, which made her feel self-conscious. Then her mom saw it and made her feel self-conscious and dirty.
Define it. Was it like a video?
The hickeys.
Oh, the hickeys. Okay, right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. And that made her self-conscious. So obviously she didn't enjoy getting those because later on she felt self-conscious about it.
They talked her into it. Like that's all I hear. That's all I heard.
Well,
or shamed her into it, embarrassed her into
embarrassed her, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And she filed a Title IX complaint over that.
Okay, see, I saw the link, I clicked on it, and the first words I heard were Title IX, and I went triggered.
Yep.
I was like, is this really the first phrase I hear is title? And she actually filed a Title IX complaint over it, really?
Yes. Well, he also grabbed her boob and touched her butt without asking. Even they were making out. And she grabbed his butt, but that's no big deal because she only grabbed his butt because he was doing it, so she figured she could. That is what she says. No, I want you to think about that statement for a minute, okay? She grabbed his butt without consent, but she only did it because he was. Literally, 2 rapes make a right.
What's beyond full retard?
This fucking story. This goddamn woman.
I was just scanning my mind, like because like this isn't weak sauce. This is water.
This is pathetic. And this guy, luckily, he was found innocent. Well, what's the term they use?
It's not really. It's already ran its course.
This was it. Hit him back in January.
Okay.
And they finished it up May 1st. Now, I may have the dates wrong. It may have been January of last year because this all happened because it happened in 2017. So it had to be January of this year. So, yeah, 5 months of his life and $12,000 for the lawyer he had to hire.
That's it? I mean, that's an insane amount of money compared to nothing. But like it could, like, dude, in the litigious U.S., $12,000. That's
true. Yeah.
But as soon as for a full-on federal Title IX complaint, that's some serious business, you know.
Even if I was full into Title IX and I controlled one of those departments, if a woman came to me and said, "Look, I thought I was aroused when I was getting these hickeys, but it turned out not to be true," I would laugh so hard I'd probably die. You can't be serious. That cannot be your claim.
I know that.
Oh, by the way, she also says that she later felt that he was trying to mark her as his own by those hickeys.
No, see, this is the kind of thing. Like, no, A dark roast discussion is called for. This is, it's like Riley Dennis. I want to talk to Riley Dennis. I want to have a dark roast discussion. Same with this person. Who talked, tell me the full story. There's a story behind this. This doesn't make any sense. Who hopped you up to this? Who got in your ear?
Well, that's the thing. It only took her 2 days to have this revelation. And according to the report, the only thing that she didn't even talk to her roommate about it. Her roommate just noticed the hickeys and that made her self-conscious. Mm-hmm. And then she also talked to her mom. So it's not like, oh wait, and she emailed her drama teacher, although there's no it doesn't say that the drama teacher emailed her back. But yeah, it's not like she went to some feminist rally or something, or she was with a bunch, a deeply feminist friend sat her down and went, no, you have to understand. He was trying to mark you. Fuck.
As an additional point, like UC Davis, don't you have enough reputation problems in the academic world? Like this too. I don't know if you know how UC Davis is seen, but like isn't
it like Berkeley Light?
Well, it's better than UC Santa Cruz, but that's like, that's like saying Wendy's is better than McDonald's. Yeah, it's kind of a compliment. Actually, Wendy's is better than McDonald's. I should use Burger King is better than McDonald's. I was confused by all these phrases that I saw in chat. Apparently, people were giving suggestions when I said, "What's beyond full retard?" There was a whole bunch of good ones, and I didn't even realize what they were saying. Feminism was one answer.
There you go. You're not wrong there. Full Macintosh. Yep.
Full Macintosh. Right.
Never go full Macintosh.
Pure autism from far, and inverted retard from Chaos Eve. Oh, Chaos! Why are you up already, Chaos Eve? It's pretty.
Yeah, I was surprised by that too. Chaos Eve, thank you. Hickeys and bite marks are how I mark my territory.
Oh.
Lady Monkey used to try to scratch the skin off my back. All of it.
You see that? Chaos Eve is trying to adopt that female privilege. I see what's going on.
I see that.
There. I get it. It's cool. I get it.
Cass, just make sure that if they're aroused, that they're really aroused. You need to stop and ask them, is this arousing? They've taken the fun out of sex, man. They just really have.
I've been asked by women, and this isn't like you can be more aggressive, and that word aggressive comes up like because it's sexy, because it's interesting, not because it's forceful, but because it's passionate.
Yeah.
How can a man know to be passionate? Like fear and passion don't mix. They're like vodka and milk. They don't go together.
Yeah. Right. I agree.
And so when you a climate of fear does not arouse passion, and I'm not trying to blame any ladies who are listening to this and are saying this is all fucked. I just mean like the ladies that are kind of like, well, I don't want anyone being like sexually assaulted. No one does. But
Jesus, Chaos. I fucking love you. Sanguine, thank you. Oh God, how do you Quadrasami? Did I say that right? Quadrasami 21. I'm not sure what that means. Remember, Sanguine, you're talking to me now. You got to use the small words. Anyway, you were saying, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I just saw.
No, I mean that was
interrupted both of us with that.
Well, that's fair enough. She confuses me often as well for all sorts of reasons. But my whole point was made. It's just like you can't have passion and fear at the same time. Those things don't go together. They just don't.
I know plenty of women who aggression is a good thing during sex.
Mm-hmm.
Not rape, y'all, but aggression.
I think you can step back further than that. Not like even like BDSM or sub stuff or who's dominant or any of those discussions. Just passion. We're talking plain old male passion here. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Even that. What woman doesn't want to see a great amount of interest in her man, i.e., passion in her? I mean, asking approval before every thrust is not sexy. It's just not.
No. Well, that's the hey, Goot, you want in? During this encounter, he grabbed her boob. She didn't tell him to stop. She didn't push his hand away.
Mm-hmm.
But since he grabbed her boob without asking, he was wrong. He touched her butt without asking. She didn't move his hand away. Instead, she thought, okay, now it's my turn to grab his butt. And by her own thinking, by the way, that does mean she was raping him because she thought she was being raped, which is a fucking weird dichotomy. It really fucking is.
I will offer this point, and I know Scribe isn't here to argue this with me, so I'm not going to like argue with a phantom, as it were. But we had talked previously in like the 6th hour of a previous stream where he said, I don't care about the ERA coming in. It doesn't concern me. And I said, and one of the examples I brought up, look what happened with an already extant law, Title IX, and what's been happened with it and what has happened with it when it was given not additional authority, but additional openness from the DOJ. We will now be accepting Title IX complaints upon X as ordered by the president to the attorney general. Thus, the DOJ would be accepting those complaints. And look at the fucketry that happened because of it. And the response from Scribe, and it was a fair one, I thought. He said, well, yeah, but we've got systems and rules to sort of deal with that after the fact. And my response was, that's what concerns me. The incredible bureaucratic and legal quagmire that will occur following the establishment of ERA. There'll be endless backlogs on court dockets all over the fucking place because of this.
The ERA doesn't worry me because I mean, it would be an amendment that it would be a different law than Title IX. Title IX, I mean, Obama just basically grabbed onto whatever he could to force colleges to be rape courts, which is fucking stupid. And I don't think you could do something like that with the ERA. I get your point. I do. But it doesn't worry me the way the Title IX does. How you doing, Goot?
Hey, what's up, guys? Good morning.
Good bird.
I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Polly. Have you ever thought you were aroused only to find out later you actually weren't?
I'm 24/7 hard.
So that's a no.
Did I ever thought? Wait, repeat the question.
Have you ever thought you were aroused only to find out later you actually weren't?
Do you mean hard or just horny?
Both, either. Have you ever thought you were horny to find out later you weren't?
I'm always horny, so this doesn't apply to me.
I don't think it applies to the woman in question either, but the idea, she was getting hickeys, which she thought aroused her. Later, she realized she wasn't actually aroused by them.
That's a total woman move.
You
right?
think?
Yeah, so I can't answer that shit. Like, it's so easy to tell if a dude's ready because we're always ready, number one. Number two, I mean, I don't know. I don't get that. How you can be aroused 1 second and not the next second.
Well, she was aroused. What happened was she got embarrassed because other people saw the hickeys.
What, like later on?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I think I need more context here.
All right, one more time. At UC Davis.
Okay.
James and Becky met, and after a couple of days.
Oh God, her name's Becky. You didn't tell me that. That's
these are pseudonyms.
Oh, okay.
She invites James back to her place and back to her dorm room where they make out, and he gives her hickeys, which she says she was aroused by, but she realized later that she actually wasn't.
Gotcha.
After her roommate saw him, and then after her mom saw it and told her that she had been assaulted. Her mom told her, "You've definitely been assaulted." Like her mom was in the fucking room.
This is California, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go to California.
Yes, Pincalo. Shut up, Becky. Yeah. Even a pseudonym, if her fucking pseudonym's Becky, stay the hell. So they should publish her real name so that people know not to fuck this bitch.
Ugh. Yeah.
Remember the old Scarlet A's? Instead of Scarlet A's, they should have Scarlet C's for crazy.
Ugh.
Published where? Where are you reading this?
Oh, this was in that link I put in there earlier. Damn it!
I only missed. You got a lot done in the first 10 minutes. I came in and said Monkey started streaming 10 minutes ago. Holy shit!
What was that case? What was that case a few years ago where that guy, a girl and the guy ended up hooking up? She regretted it, claimed rape or sexual assault. She had text messages he had text messages of her telling him to come over and she's horny and she wants to pretty much.
It's Mattress Girl.
Mattress Girl.
Yeah. Is that no? I don't think this is Mattress Girl. I think
there's actually been like 4 or 5 of those cases.
Well, this is the kid that's actually suing the college now, and I think the court it's like in the higher courts of California at this point.
Last I knew, the guy involved in the Mattress Girl case was suing.
And successfully, it's finished. A reversal of the Title IX, and
right.
Columbia paid him out. Oh,
this was a big case. This was a big high-profile thing like 3 years ago. I know Joe Rogan talked about it for an hour on his show. Let me see if I can find the
sure, yeah, like I said, there's been several of these. And I talked earlier, we saw a tweet the other day where a woman had tweeted out, I've had sex that I regretted. That's not rape. And another woman tweeted out at her, if you didn't enjoy it, it's absolutely rape. Like, no, it's really not. She told her that if she had any regrets about it, it was rape.
What awkward sex is not rape? Like, that's unenjoyable, you know?
Banging some fat broad that you probably shouldn't have. That's not rape.
No, it's not.
But
really.
It doesn't count with men. Bloodwing, good to see you, bud. Make sure you hit up Bear so he knows you're all right. And yeah, take care of yourself, man. Go get some sleep.
EVL_1. But why would they lie? Have you seen Steven Crowder's newest clip video that he put up today?
No, I haven't.
Is it top anything. 5? Hold on. Exposed top 5 rape hoaxes of all time. And he keeps repeating that line. But why would they lie? And it's like, I don't know. Go ask this woman why she would have beat herself to make it look like 2 black men had raped her. Like, what are you asking me for? Go ask people who lie. I'm not saying everyone lies, but people have. So you make it sound like nobody possibly could. Go ask the people who have. Fair response, I think.
Well, that's the thing. There's in his statement, James, in this case, he talks about, everybody says believe women. And he says right after he got the Title IX call, letting him know that he was being investigated because of this crazy bitch, he saw a poster in his common room that said, believe women. And he goes, you can't say, if somebody says believe women, you can't go, well, we can't just believe them. You need due process. He goes, because everybody will fucking drag you down and beat you up for it. And he's not wrong. Sanguine, thank you. Okay, now that I'm not driving, if Downs trisomy 21 is full retard, then another added chromosome, you're going to make me say those words again, tetralogy or quadrisomy 21 is more retarded. There you go. There's your answer, Polly, to what is more retarded than full retard.
Fair enough.
A fourth chromosome.
You guys were correct, man. There is case after case after case. I didn't realize. It happens
a lot. Don't put your dick in a college girl, y'all.
Oh, I'll still do it. I mean,
I know you will.
I'll just let you guys know how it turns out. All right. I'm reporting.
About it.
Trust me, people are getting laid all over campus. This is a particular group of people with a particular line of thinking. Unfortunately, there's no way to know beforehand. So
yeah, it's got to be
unsound advice.
It's the 1%. 1%.
No, here's what you do. I have a solution. You have to find a senior in college who's fucked at least 50 guys and never filed a complaint.
Like a badge fax, right?
Yeah.
Like a Carfax. I like that.
Remember that list? Who was that from? Was it? No, it wasn't Mary Sue. It was top 10 things to ask on an intersectional feminist should ask on a first date.
Yes.
And number 6 or 7, it was my favorite one. Israel Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
You want to know their position on Israel Palestine on a first date?
Ooh,
you'd be fucked.
Yeah. Both answers are wrong in my book. I mean,
yeah.
Unless she says nuclear holocaust, and then we're getting it on.
Well, who the fuck asked that on a first date?
That's what I mean. It's like, you think the Palestinians are being oppressed, right? It's like, what? Is this like a current news story? Questions. Like, did something happen? But it's.
Let's see. See if I can find that.
Wait a minute. That's everyday feminism, isn't it? That's one of their crown jewels.
I can't remember which one it was.
I read a lot about the Israeli-Palestinian thing, and I still do not quite understand it.
Okay, having several family friends, I
know the bare bones of the story or the what's going on over there, but it just seems like a little excessive, don't it?
Well, it is, because it's religious hatred going back 1,000 years.
Yeah.
Okay, here are the questions intersectional feminists should ask on a first date. Are you ready? Tell me how horny this gets you. Do you believe that Black Lives Matter? Now, this is if I got asked this on a first date, I would get up and just leave.
What if you've asked out a sexy black woman and she asks you this? You're in a real hard spot as a white guy.
No, this next question is the one I meant. Okay, imagine being asked this. What would your thoughts be if you were asked this on a first date? What are your thoughts on gender and sexual orientation? I would think
you're straight.
There's a penis under the table that's not mine.
Jesus.
Which is fine if you already know that. But no, you can't spring a dick on somebody. Here's another great one. How do you work to dismantle sexism and misogyny in your life?
This is bullshit because it would sound more like a job interview. I would have just got aggravated at the bombardment of all these questions.
I hear you. That third question, especially the wording of it, that sounds like, where do you picture yourself in 5 years? Like an interview question,
Well, here's another one that would make me probably get up and leave. What are your thoughts on sex work? That's a first date question. That's I'm a whore on the side. Is that okay?
Right? That sounds like a trap question. Like they're trying to trick you.
Just in case you've seen me on Backpage, I want you to know that.
And now the only question that I do agree with them on is, does your allyship include disabled folks?
No, I kick old men out of their wheelchairs all the time.
It's fucking awesome.
Oh, I get super angry when I go to Lowe's and they have like 35 goddamn handicap parking spots out front, and I gotta walk a half a mile to get to the entrance. That pisses me off. Really? That many cripples shopping at fucking Lowe's Home Improvement? Get the fuck out of here. It's like 35 spots.
Yeah.
I gotta walk like fucking 40 yards to the door. It's bullshit.
Yeah. Get a handicap sticker. You can print one yourself.
Ugh.
They don't check.
Ugh.
I do not support that, guys. I was just kidding. I thought I was aroused for a second, but I really wasn't. Chaos is taking the day off. Good, rest up.
Yeah, she said she was she hadn't slept because she was coughing all night. So are you sick, Eve? Is that what's going on?
Sounds like.
Yeah. So what's the next one? Let's go. Let's I totally forgot what some of these were. It's great.
I closed that because the other ones aren't very interesting. They're like
but you didn't even get to Israel Palestine.
Yeah, that was the third question. Hang on, I can open it back up. I just gotta go to my history and find it. There it is.
Oh, Control Shift T.
I don't do it that way.
Well,
that's too easy. Where's that? That's the DBS question, isn't it? Yeah. Are you a supporter of the BDS movement, which is boycott, divest, sanctions, which is an effort to end international support for Israel's oppression of Palestine?
So you want us to form a conspiracy against Jews, and you're asking about this on your first date?
Do you hate Jews?
Well, on one hand, I kind of like that question. On the other hand, it's like, I know where this line of questioning is heading.
Well, the next one is, what is your understanding of settler colonialism and indigenous rights?
That's so general. I'm concerned about the economic colonialism going on in China, or from China going on in Africa, that no one seems to care about. What about you? What do you think, sweetheart?
Shouldn't your first date be like, what kind of movies do you like? What was your like growing up? No, this bitch wants me to ask, do you think capitalism is exploitative?
It provided that iPhone you're reading that garbage off of right now.
On the plus side, sounds like she's going to split the check.
Because you believe in equality, right? We're going Dutch all the way, right?
Then we have, can any human be illegal? And finally, do you support Muslim Americans and non-Muslim people from Islamic countries?
Ew, fuck no. That's where I lose abroad. That's where she gets up and walks out.
My deepest amount of concern would probably be the Jews and Christians and Zoroastrians in Islamic society, since they're targeted for murder on a regular basis.
The fuck
you just lost the pussy right there with that answer. That is not getting her. See, she thought she was aroused, but she really wasn't. What are your thoughts on gender and sexual orientation?
Could you imagine somebody asking these questions 20 years ago?
No.
Well, okay.
What do you
actually? Yeah, I can. It just you had to hit up the right hippie chick, and they'd be like, "Are you totally for divestment from corporations that make products for the Vietnam War?"
Now
that's what you get for asking out a woman that smells like garbage.
Yeah.
No, but I have a whole array of diverse kind of friends that are into a whole bunch of shit like skateboarding, kind of like some are on the hippie side to go to all those festivals and shit. I grew up with hippie girls. This shit was never talked about. Like if they did talk about it, it was more like the anarchy side. Like, man, I don't like the government, man. They're doing crazy shit. They're like Alex Jones, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like they're always talking about the government. But there was never specifics.
In fairness, I think with Polly's answer, with the hippie chicks, maybe 40 years ago, not necessarily 20.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah. 20 years ago would have been like, I mean, you're against Reagan, right? Ban the bomb, man. Like, right. Yeah. No, that would have been more than 20 years ago. 20 years ago would have been like, okay, hold on.
I hate women.
No, you don't. Monkey, I can't believe you fucking tweeted out women's votes. Women are too emotional to vote. Change my mind. I can't believe you tweeted that shit.
Well,
you're starting to become my favorite YouTuber.
I couldn't even think of a smart ass response. I opened up the reply and I was like, I got nothing.
One dude actually tried arguing it. There's one most of the people who responded to that are my followers and they enjoyed it. There's one guy. Well, so are men when they're passionate about something political. Should they not get to vote? I'm like, oh God.
Only if
you have a pussy hat, don't you?
Landowners over 35. Those are the only people that should be allowed to vote.
I'm not necessarily in opposition to that.
The landowner thing. Okay, let's get history nerdy. The landowner thing only makes sense if you're talking about somebody who is a yeoman farmer, like works the land and produces product. If you're just a landowner in the sense of the property which lies underneath your house and you can reach out and touch your neighbor's house with your hand and your own at the same time, you don't really fit that kind of landowner thing. The idea being somebody who pays into the system, because the only people that were paying into the system were landowners, thus had a vested interest. So if you're talking about taxpayers, okay, there I hear you. If you're simply withdrawing from the system and not putting anything into it, I can understand that argument.
But if you're a homeowner, you have stake in the game. I mean, you have...
And as a taxpayer, yeah, but like the idea of like being like a landowner, so what, like apartment owners don't count? No, I think they absolutely do. Like
anybody that has stake in their community. I mean, all right, I'll extend this out to renters with 10 years of good positive history.
The idea was that it was people who had skin in the game, because that's what it was. It was taxes. So many people don't understand. We didn't have federal income tax back in the day that everybody had to pay.
Right. That's what I'm saying. People that have skin in the game, that's the best way to say it. Yeah. If you're just floating around and you're not paying into it or working into it, have no investment in it such that you can't pick up and leave at any moment, but yet you want to claim say in policy, national policy. Well, fuck you. I mean, who are you? You're not here, you're not of this thing, you're not invested emotionally, politically, economically. I get that.
Yep, 35 to vote. I'm staying firm on that.
And male. Look, women's, I love you, I do, but you guys get so emotional.
Testy.
What's up, Scribbles? How you doing this morning? Scribbles is a fan of the "Don't Let Women Vote" thing.
Really? He's on the repeal the 19th movement train. Okay. I would have thought better trouble.
When you get done streaming, let me know. I'm going to stream. Haven't beaten Doom yet. I haven't played any Doom since I think Doom 2, the original ones back when it was pixelated garbage. Actually, man, those were fun.
I understand what Eve is saying there. Luckily, we started late on our comic stream yesterday again, which is fine because it ended up not overlapping with the monkey stream, thus depleting our audience.
Oh, nice. How'd the stream go?
It went really well. Jim Healis showed up in chat and he hopped in for a little while and had some commentary. Jim Healis, I'm starting to think of him as like the Xanax of Comicsgate. He just calms it down. And, he confronts you with rationalism, and my response, because I can get so upset about some of these comics pros on Twitter saying all these things and talking this highly emotional way, that my response is, "No, fuck you, man." And like Heelish shows up and he's like, "Well, no, hold on, let's talk about this." And when somebody confronts me with rationalism, I feel the need to respond as in kind. You know what I mean? So
no, I get you. If somebody comes at me and they're like fucking bitchy and shitty, or even if they're not coming at me, but that's how their original post was, yeah, you get dick monkey. If you come at me rationally, even if we disagree, we can just have a conversation about it.
Yeah.
So you choose what monkey you get, motherfuckers. That's all I'm saying.
You of all people, you have got to go watch John Ward Monkey. He does his own YouTube channel, great commentary, hilarious comedy.
What's his name?
John Ward, Ward,
okay.
And he has a song that you've got to purchase at least partial rights off from. It's I'm not the nice guy, I'm the bad guy, and now you get the monkey. Monkey. You would love it. It's just, yeah.
I choose topless monkey. Well, luckily for you, I have trouble wearing shirts, so I'm usually topless when we're talking. That is absolutely true.
His logo is this big silverback gorilla helping the Marines push up the flag on Iwo Jima.
Oh, nice. Oh man, I'm still fucked up by that story I read, because that's the first one I read this morning. I saw it last night and I was going to talk about it on the show, but I hadn't read it because it's a pretty long story. And actually going through it and reading her charges, I thought I was aroused, but I realized I wasn't.
Oh, I got an interesting question and subject for both you, Monkey, and you, Goot. Far, who lives in Australia, who just mentioned this, and it reminded me of it. If they don't vote, they're subject to a fine.
I don't like that at all.
Neither do I. Like, that's just
no.
How fucked up. Like, I find that wrong on a principled basis. And then we all start throwing out ideas in Discord. I find that wrong on a. That's when you start checking off. The marijuana party because I like marijuana. Oh, the Pinocchio party because why not? That sounds like a funny name. Like, you're just trying to avoid a fine at that point.
Yeah,
for lots of people, I should say. You know it.
For me, it's not even that. Go ahead, Gutenberg.
We should take that model and flip it around and start finding these women in the states that are voting. Right?
If we catch you voting,
we're not taking it away. However, you got to pay a penalty. You got to pay a tax, surcharge for all the destruction you've caused their fucking civilization the last 50 years. Look what you did.
Look what you made me do. No, that's a different tax. I don't like the idea of mandatory voting because I am for freedom, and especially freedom of speech, and voting is an exercise of your speech.
There's Peter saying mandatory voting in both federal and state elections. I had no idea you guys were subject to that. That is just.
Well, to be fair, there's like 10 people in Australia.
No, isn't there like 40, 50 million of them? Whoa. How the hell did that pass through their parliament? I don't even understand that.
Well, because there's a lot of people who believe that it is a civic duty to vote.
I thought there's more people in New York City than there is in the whole continental Australia.
Yo, Aussies, how many people you got down there?
I mean, I could look it up, but you know.
Well, how many does New York have? That'd still be close, isn't it? No, New York's
like 10, 12 million.
10, 12, yeah. Peter says he thinks 25. Yeah, that's still more than I thought. Now, how many of those are the dark people that you guys shit on all the time?
Yeah, how have you not got rid of those people yet?
Shouldn't you ship them all to New Zealand so they can be happy?
Oh, New Zealand is beautiful, though, from the pictures I've seen.
New Zealand has its own Aboriginal issues, though. They don't need Australian ones as well.
How did they get there?
Who?
Aborigines.
All of the Polynesian peoples? They spread around from the Pacific Rim.
They got that cool war dance, so they do at soccer games. That's the shit.
But they didn't have giant boats.
No, they had small ones.
What about that
ocean?
What about that?
Sure.
What are those statues? Those.
Oh wow, Peter was almost dead on. The 2018 estimate is 25,087,000. Peter, you almost nailed it.
What is that island? What is that island like? 1,500 miles off the coast of fucking Chile. where they can't figure out who built all those big stone heads like 2,000 years ago?
Easter Island.
Easter Island. Yeah. Those fucking statues are amazing, man. Like, who the fuck built that shit? And how the fuck did they get there?
Now you're getting into the stuff you're going to get me talking about, conspiracies and stuff. You get me in trouble.
I love that shit.
Me too. That's when Rogan does those kind of shows. Those are my favorites.
Oh yeah. Who was that one guy that did the astrophysicist or the impact guy who studies geological impacts the Earth went through over the millennia?
Yeah. God, what are there? He has a couple of. What up, baby? I'm hungry. You're hungry. Okay. I have to feed a baby. Y'all talk for a few.
Okay.
Do you know what story I'm talking about, Polydub?
No. Well, I know about the whole impacts thing and how that relates to even like ancient aliens and stuff. What specifically are you talking about?
The guy has been on Joe Rogan quite a few times. He talks about I think he's a geologist alongside an astrophysicist. He's some kind of combination of that.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. He's full of shit. That might be him.
He's too pompous.
You think?
I used to like him until someone pointed out how arrogant he is, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, he's a fucking arrogant.
Yeah, like that's lots of other people online have had to listen to me carry on about that guy. He talks way outside of his lane on all kinds of subjects, but because I'm an astrophysicist, you should listen to me, even though you're not a very powerful astrophysicist in your field, have no published articles in astrophysics in your field. But whatever, let's never mind.
I got to see him from afar, from about 5-10 feet away. He's a curator at a museum in New York City on the Upper East Side. Upper West Side. What was that fucking Smithsonian? It's Smithsonian, I think.
Yeah, and I get the public promotions thing. Museums are always going to do public promotion, and they want popular curators, and that's always the word that people assign with Neil deGrasse Tyson. Well, he didn't want to go the laboratory route. He wanted to go the curation route because he's a relentless self-promoting egomaniac. Yeah, I agree.
I don't mind him narrating that. What is that? What was that series he has on Netflix?
Oh, the one he ripped off from
through the wormhole.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I thought you meant. God damn, the words aren't coming this morning.
Oh, tell me about it. I just got off work, man. I'm fucking feeling it.
Fuck you. It's funny. Peter just mentioned Graham Hancock. There's an author I haven't thought about in a while.
Graham Hancock. No, not him. It's not Graham Hancock. It's
that was Cosmos. Thank you, both Sanguine and James Andrew Morrison. And you got a super chat monkey from Sanguine.
I see that. Thank you, Sanguine. They did some experimental archaeology and have a really damn cool idea of how the Easter Island statues were moved to their current locations. Cool.
Yeah, but how did they get there? Because it's like 2,000 years ago that they were supposedly built, and they're fucking large, and they found no tools and no evidence of.
There's a lot of that stuff where the explanations they give leave a lot to be desired in my mind. I don't want to go full on conspiracy or stuff, but like the idea that there may have been a more advanced civilization than we know of. I'm not saying aliens, but actually more
aliens, man.
It was aliens.
How did you get to a quasi quote of the crazy haired guy on History 2?
Well, you have to say that if you're talking about more advanced humans, because the Ice Age, we don't know what the fuck was there before it got wiped out by thousands of tons of ice.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But the idea that there may have been more advanced humans than we're willing to admit, I think is an interesting idea that needs to be studied more.
I believe that too, but I mean, you would think there would be some remnants of something advanced.
Not necessarily
advanced, as in what, like us, in the 1900s,
no, not even necessarily
1800s.
Not necessarily even like us. I mean, even something to say as advanced as they were in 500 BC. I mean, compared to what we know, 2,000 years before Christ, I can't believe we still use that phrasing. Say 2000 BC, they were very primitive, and their tools and stuff that they would use would be, by our standards, highly primitive. Right. But if say you have an advancement of 1,500 years that was completely wiped away by the Ice Age, which let's be honest, fucked up a lot of shit.
Right.
Would we even recognize the tools they used? I mean, probably not. Would they still be around? Probably not.
Probably not. You're right. They do say there was a bottleneck in the human species. What was it, 60,000 years ago? So you never even know if there was something before then.
Yeah.
Because
you got to realize how old the planet is, man.
We've been in our current form for what, 200,000 years, I believe. Homo sapiens. Right?
Longer than that.
I think it's 200,000 years is the furthest back the records go for the fossils and shit. Where anatomically, if you raised a baby from 200,000 years ago in today's society, you would not be able to tell the difference.
But and they wouldn't know if they were aroused or not.
I think you'd know.
Polly used the phrase "out of his lane" while you were away. What the fuck, Polly?
Talking about Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Do you not follow me on the Twitter machine?
Why?
We do not say that phrase anymore because it's
Jesus Christ, what happened?
What were we reading last night? We were reading about what's his name? The Rock. Dwayne Johnson. That's his name. He's been cast to play John Henry. And
the historical figure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Root is upset about that because he needs to stay in his lane because he's never actually claimed to be a black man.
So you're taking advice now off of the Root, or you just don't like the idea that you don't want to use the same phrasing they did?
It's because they've taken that phrase and it has become asinine every time I hear it. Stay in your lane. No, that's
you know the one I hate. It's common in academia. Wheelhouse. This is outside of your wheelhouse. This is inside your wheelhouse, and it drives me nuts. Okay, so let's get back to this BC thing for a minute.
Sure.
You can't believe we still use that. Why? What's the problem?
Yeah, what's up, bro? You don't believe in God?
Well, it's got nothing to do with that. It's just what's the problem?
What's the problem, bro? What's up?
That we still use the term before Christ, and we're talking about scientific terms like dates in history.
It's an arbitrary date. It's an arbitrary date. What's the problem?
The problem, bro.
It's it's not the arbitrary date. It's the biblical
got the word
context. Yes.
Okay. Well, there already is a phrase, and we're forced to use it in academia. And it's BCE, before the Common Era. And then does that make you feel better?
Yes, it does.
It makes me feel very upset.
Why?
Because it is an arbitrary date. Who cares? Common to whom? Well, common to the entire Western world. You mean the inheritors of Christendom? Oh, yeah, right. What's the problem? I mean, in the Islamic world, they date it from the time Muhammad went from Mecca to Medina. That's year one to them. In in all of China, this either the start of the revolution or Buddhists pick it from 5,000 years ago. Jews have a completely separate year. If you ever look at a Jewish gravestone,
sure.
Common to whom? So what's the it's a bone of contention with me because it's an SJW tactic of, well, we need to get rid of this because really we're forcing our culture upon other people. You don't need to believe in Christ to simply say there's a historical figure named Yeshua ben Nazareth that was born around this time. It's an arbitrary date. Let's move on. What's the problem?
I feel like I've just been scolded by myself.
I didn't mean, if that sounded scoldy, I meant it to sound.
No, you're absolutely right, because I've done that same thing every fucking Christmas when I have to hear about, oh my God, I had to walk past the nativity scene. Like, it's not fucking hurting you. Just move on with your fucking life. You're absolutely right. You're right.
Because I mean, it's all the evidence it implies that the man did actually live. Whether he was the son of God, well, that's your own affair, and no one's here to tell you otherwise.
How about we change it now? We have before Christ and we have the AD thing. Let's start a new one, and we'll just pick some random kid who we know lives and do it from his birthday on. We could pick literally the most famous man
who ever lived, who's Jesus of Nazareth, literally the most famous man who ever lived. So why not just go with him?
I think Muhammad was more famous.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I just want to piss off Christians in the chat.
Well, and the reason I would argue that is because Jesus is a prophet inside of Islam. Muhammad is not a prophet inside of Christianity. End of story.
That is true. They're talking about Worski being a drama queen. Worski is grasping at straws, guys. He's trying to find that relevance. And
what did he do? What happened?
He's back. And he's taking shots at all of his former friends.
Oh, really? Like the skeptic community?
Yeah, he did one. He did a 3-hour live stream about Blair White. then a 3-hour live stream about Jeff Holiday. And I didn't see how long he talked about, but apparently he did a stream yesterday about Tonka and failure. So yeah, he's just going after everybody who used to be his friend.
Eve says, I'm pissed. I'm kidding. Not really. Because you went after Blair White. Like, about what? What could you go after Blair White about? Like, maybe you don't enjoy her channel, but like, what other than that?
He called her fake.
Oh,
she does come off as really fake.
Well, he actually made a couple of good points about her. Like at one point, the two of them had a Twitter breakup. She stopped following him.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, in Andy's world, that is a big deal if somebody unfollows you. Oh, he called out Tonka on Twitter. Oh yeah, I'm not allowed to follow him anymore. He got mad at something I said, and I have no idea what. But
were you like joking about Tonka, or you mean you personally, Monkey?
Oh no, I am blocked from following Andy Worski.
Really?
Yeah, have been for quite a while now.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't need to rehash that. If it's been quite a while, that's weird. But all right.
I don't even know why. I don't know what it is I did that pissed him off, to be honest.
Am I the only one that feels like I got no time for this kind of shit? Like, I don't care.
I love the drama, dude. I do. It fills my day. See, I don't have a job.
Okay. Well, okay. What is? I got a question for you. What is petty? Do you have an example? It doesn't need to be the greatest one, but Monkey, what is too low down drama petty for you? Where it's like, oh fuck this.
He drew a blank.
No, you know what? Honestly, in his video on Jeff Holiday, now him and Jeff have a history, and that's fine, and fine. Go after Jeff all you want. But in his video, excuse me, in his live stream, he actually went after Mems because there have been tweets on. She's tweeted out where it sounds like maybe she has sex with women. Like so,
but. Yeah, kind of said that, right? Like that's the whole, like they have a polyamorous whatever relationship, and it's and known like what's
an hour talking on this shit, and I'm like, so who gives a fuck? I don't care about YouTubers' personal lives unless it comes to like something like they're breaking the law. You know, you find out somebody's a pedo, by all means, you can talk about that all day. If you find out some chick likes to lick puss, I don't care. That's and if that's your argument against them. That's when I'm like, you know what? No, I don't give a fuck. You can fuck off.
Well, he's just doing it for the views, like everybody else.
Sure,
that's all it is.
I don't talk about views. I'm altruistic.
I love views.
I doubt he legitimately, honestly, deep down cares about all this shit. But it's good. It's good content. No, it's good content.
No. He feels wrong, dude. Like,
well, if he's talking about being wronged by JF, he's not wrong.
No, he's not. But like in the Blair White one, going back to their Twitter breakup, she referred to him as some guy I talked to once or something like that. I forget what it was. And he, without actually showing me messages, he blocked it with a picture. And then he just scrolled through, and it's like they've obviously talked quite a bit. Mm-hmm. And that's, he feels wrong by that. He feels wrong. He talks about all of these people who stabbed him in the back. But like when it comes to Jeff, Jeff didn't stab him in the back. He stabbed Jeff in the back. He's like, Jeff lied to me to my face, and now I hate him forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, he don't really care about that.
I think you're wrong, and I think he really does. I think there's people who would just play it up. I think Keemstar's the kind that would play up that kind of shit. I think Andy genuinely believes it.
Keemstar starts some fucking fake drama. Get out of here.
Am I the only one that likes Keemstar? Like, I used to hate him.
I love Keem.
Do you? I can't. Yes. I can't do it.
He owns it, and he is fucking. He's that guy. You gotta know who you're dealing with, all right? But that guy's built a fucking empire, man, off shit talking on the internet. Like, you gotta respect that.
And Kim Kardashian's built an empire. I gotta like her too.
No. What Keemstar did is far more impressive than having a fat ass and being an influencer.
I would say it's less impressive because at least it was based off something like of she built it up nothing. She built it off of a fucking a stupid sex tape. Like, it was that's
nothing.
And that makes it all the more impressive.
I'm with you on this, but I said the other day on Twitter that Keem is my guilty pleasure. So much of what he talks about, I'm like that. I don't even fucking care, but I can't stop watching.
I watch every drama alert like a fucking maniac. I don't even care.
He talks about people I've never even fucking heard of. I'm like, what are they doing now? Chaos. I'm not against licking puss. I think it's a great thing for men and women to do. I just want to make I want to make sure that everybody understands where I stand on this.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Peter. He says I haven't ever liked Keemstar, especially after iDubbbz did a content cop on him. That was around the time I didn't like him, and I would just hate watch him. Right, but for some reason, something in the last year or two, something's changed in my mind. And I'm like, all right, this dude ain't so bad. He ain't so bad.
I think what I like about Keem is what you say. He owns it.
He does own it.
Yeah. He doesn't make any bones about who he is. He would go out there, and he's one of the few people I've seen actually brag about how much money he gets. Everybody else is like, I don't really want to talk about it. Keem's like, look how fucking rich I am, you guys. And not in the Jake Paul way where I'm going to, destroy my $1 million mansion because it's funny. He's just like, look at this. You bought this for me. Hate watching me. Fuck you. I'm like, yes.
That is
just gave me all the more reasons to not watch Keemstar. I to my knowledge, I've never clicked on a Keemstar video. Just other clips and stuff that I've seen. I've never subbed to him, and I feel okay about that.
But what I like about Keemstar is he'll call anybody out if they fuck up bad enough. Like, it doesn't matter. He's not fake. He's not fake one bit.
Well, I guess in and of itself, that's something on Twitter, but or on social media generally. Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, it's National Coming Out Day.
Coming out
is it?
Got a surprise for us?
Coming out is what?
Gay, man.
No, I'm cool.
Okay. Why isn't this in my feed?
Not a gay bone in my body, bro.
Dude, I came out 2 years ago as a male lesbian. And I did it because
you and Riley Dennis have so much to talk about.
What's that? I'm breaking up here. God damn it.
You said you came out as a male lesbian. I said, you and Riley Dennis have so much to talk about.
Indeed we do, but that wouldn't be it. What is going on with my internet? God damn it.
I was talking to Hammer because we're trying to do some different things with OBS, different workarounds and stuff. And so and then he mentioned your name came up, and then I said, dude, on the stream the other day, he said he gets just below or just 1 megabyte upload, and
usually about half.
And Hammer went, no. And I said, dude, that's what he said. And he's like, oh,
true story.
Yeah, that's rough. And I'm like, I'm not even making fun of you. That's like, oh yeah, then you shouldn't OBS. Yeah, it would be a mess. It's
so many people like, I know I can help you. I'm like, dude, you do not. I am not computer illiterate. I'm the person everybody calls to fix their shit. I know what's going on, and it's I have horrible upload here.
What's your download speed?
I get, if I'm lucky, 7 megs.
See, the download, I mean, I think our basic package for Xfinity here is like 30 down, 10 up.
My package is actually 15 down and 3 up, I think it is. But I'm going by what I actually get.
Like, these are speed tests that you've run, and that's what you're saying.
Gotcha.
Jesus. And there's Hammer right there in chat. Constant. Yeah, he has 2 cups and a string for internet. Oh, Jesus.
No. I don't even have the cups, dude. It's just the string.
It's smoke signal internet. So it's
horrible.
Like I said, I'm understanding a whole new perspective on your views on not digital sovereignty. What's the word? What's the phrase?
Net neutrality.
Net neutrality. Thank you.
Yeah.
God, the words aren't coming this morning. I apologize.
Nah, dude, it's fucking Satsu. Me and him, like when we got the forest at the same time, he's like, I'm done downloading. I can't even start, or I wouldn't be able to talk to you.
Hammer's like that. His speed just blows mine away. We'll be transferring perfectly legal files through FTP or whatever, and you should see his upload speeds. They're just like, he's on some different shit. I don't know what he's doing over there, but it's impressive.
Yeah, the only thing that has been offered to me that would make this better is if I got a business AT&T package. And the guy goes, that'll be like $400. I'm like, a month? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, fuck you. But
so they actually have the capacity. They're
yes.
Just Jesus.
Yeah, because if he could get me that, and it was actually really good. It's like 100 down. I forget what the up was. I'm like, if you can get me that, you know damn well you could get me that as a home consumer, you little dick.
See, I think that's like the third up from the bottom here is like 100 down, fucking 25 up.
Yeah,
that'd cost me about 160, I think.
If I could get, God, even 3 times what I have right now, I could do so much more. Why are you putting that in there, Hammer? You just want to make me feel bad about myself?
Did he put his speed tests in? He's Hammer's known for doing that. I don't know if you ever tuned in
264 down. Holy fuck!
He has rain meter to show the speed of his processor and everything while he's streaming for the minions. And I know he's doing it just to gall everybody because it's like, fuck you, Hammer, and your NASA computer. It's pretty awesome. He's got a pretty sweet setup, no question.
I'm doing my speed.
I'm gonna do the test. I'm gonna do this test. We're gonna see how good mine is, y'all.
Okay.
Let's see. My download speed's coming in, guys. Wow, that ain't right.
You're roboting doing a speed test, Monkey. Ouch.
Mine's 25 down, 5 up. And I got the bear.
Monkey has internet envy. You have no idea. I've talked to pretty much everybody that has any possibility of having high-speed internet in this area, and none of them can give me what I need.
I need that good shit. So there where's that wireless satellite internet I've been promised for so long?
Maybe with 5G. 5G looks so good.
Oh my god,
5G gives me a boner.
I believe it's going to be like going from 3 to 4, but it's going to be like on fucking steroids.
Oh,
I can't wait to get out there and record.
Tailed features 4.7 down and 0.7 up. Whew.
That's about mine. Normally when I do the speed test, mine is usually about 7 down and about 0.7 up. Yeah.
Unfortunately, with Hammer's help and the trouble that I've had, we've tracked it down. It's my potato computer. It's not my connection. It's absolutely my computer.
Oh, yeah.
It's the weak link.
My computer's awesome. It's definitely my internet.
Are you hardwired in from your router, Monkey?
Me, no.
That might boost you a little bit, actually.
I actually get about the same regardless. I'm not that far from where the router's at.
Yeah, hard connection's always better, though. I mean, it could do something. You never know.
Bear says Monkey doesn't get good internet because he keeps trying to take away the voting rights of women. I know. Okay, you guys have got to stop misrepresenting me. I think women should vote.
We're gonna fine them.
We're fine them. Yes. No, I just don't think their vote should count. Anyhow, yeah, shitty fucking internet.
So it really what it would break down to is a vote for men and a poll for women. That's what you think.
I think women need more polls.
Got it.
Yeah. And with that, guys, I think I'm actually going to wrap this up. I think I'm going to go back to bed.
Yeah, I got second sleep coming up before too long myself.
I'm starting to get a little bit dizzy here. That's a clear sign. Damn wife woke me up with her phone so she could go to her job. Yeah, I'm tired. Remember, guys, if you arouse women, they might not actually be aroused. So check with them first. Chat, thank you for the super chats. Thanks for joining us. You guys are amazing. Love you guys. Goot, Polly, always a pleasure. I've really enjoyed talking to you guys this last week or so. It's been fun. We'll see you next time, guys.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Have a good day, everyone.
Later, guys.